Dear students, welcome to Gate Surveying classes. For the GATE purpose, we need to discuss about the introduction of surveying, compass surveying, leveling, traverse surveying, tachyometric surveying, and theodolite surveying. In addition with these topics, one more topic, geomatic, is added. Hence, so we have to focus surveying as well as geomatics. In this class, we are going to discuss about introduction of survey. We know that, I think now you can view my screen. This is the shape of earth. The exact shape of earth is called as oblate spheroidal. There is a difference between sphere and spheroidal because our earth has some flattened portion at the north pole as well as at south pole. Okay, geographical north pole as well as geographical south pole. The diameter of Earth along the polar axis is 12,713.8 kilometer, and the diameter of Earth along the equator axis is 12,756.75 kilometer. The difference between polar axis and equator axis is 42.95 kilometer. So this is a very important question. It is frequently asked in many examinations, many competitive examinations. Please note this point, that the difference in the diameter along the polar axis and along the equator axis is 42.95 kilometer. Hence, we have to consider the average diameter. The average diameter is taken as 12,742.42 kilometers. So this is your average diameters. So half of this value gives average radius of Earth. The definition for surveying is defined as determination of position of points on the surface, above the surface, and below the surface, or simply it can be uh, defined the measurements of points on the horizontal plane as well as vertical plane. If measurements done on the horizontal plane is known as surveying. If the measurements carried out on the vertical plane is known as leveling. Or in some other words, we can say that it is art which is used to prepare the map. Science of map making. So there are two broad classification. One is plane surveying and another one is geodetic surveying. In plane surveying, the survey lines are considered as straight line. But in case of geodetic surveying, the survey lines are considered as curved line. It means that the curvature of earth is considered in geodetic surveying. But in case of plane surveying, the curvature of earth is not considered. Hence, plane surveying is suitable for smaller area whose area should not exceed 250 km square, should be lesser than 250 km square. Geodetic surveying more than can be used for larger area whose area is higher than 250 km square. Here, the formed triangle in plane surveying is always straight triangles. In geodetic surveying, the triangles are angular triangles. Okay. Hence, plane surveying is suitable for smaller area and geodetic surveying is suitable for larger area. The most important points are 2 points. The consideration of curvature effect. The curvature effect of Earth is considered in geodetic surveying only. In plane surveying, curvature effect is not considered, hence the survey lines are straight. So these 2 points are very very important. And lesser area, when the area surveying area lesser than 250 kilometers square, we can go for plain surveying. When it exceeds 250 kilometers square, we can go for geodetic surveying. Next, so this is some explanation for plain surveying as well as geodetic surveying. So the level line is a straight line, the triangles are plane triangles, and the type of surveying is adapted for smaller area, not more than 250 kilometers square. In terms of square miles, 100 square miles. Note these points. So the area in terms of square miles, so 100 square miles. If it is kilometer square, this is 250 kilometers square. We know that 1 mile equal to 1.6 kilometer. So always mile is greater than kilometer. So it is very important for many competitive, many interview they will ask how much 1 mile equal how much. So 1 mile equal to 1.6 kilometer, and so this is a small difference to be carried out by plane surveying and geodetic surveying. Okay, so actually here that error is only 1 centimeter. The error between plane surveying and geodetic surveying is one centimeter only. So no problem. So the difference between this point, the difference between the sum of internal angles of spherical triangle and the sum of internal angles of plane triangle is only 1 seconds for every 195.5 kilometer square area. I think you can you can't able to this, you can't able to understand these lines. Now I explain with some pictures in the next screen. Ah, so now you can see here this triangle made in plane surveying. Hence it is plane triangles. See here the survey lines are curved one. Hence this is spherical triangles. This is made in geodetic surveying. Here the lines are curved and here lines are straight one. Okay, find the difference. Now add all these internal angles. Okay, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3. Okay, but areas are common area. In geodetic surveying is 195.5 kilometer square. Similarly, in plane surveying, this area is 195.5 kilometer square. Okay, now measure all internal angles of plane triangles. Similarly, add all the internal angles of spherical triangles. Okay, now see the difference of alpha 1. So this difference should be equal to 1 second, should be equal to 1 second. Okay, so this is practically measured. Okay, uh, so now next, geodetic surveying. So as we discussed earlier, the curvature of the earth is considered. Level line is a curved line. It is the most accurate work because curvature of earth is considered. Hence it is the most accurate work. It gives less error only. But in case of plane surveying, not suitable for most accurate work and gives more error. Okay, so next we will move to the next topic. Type of survey. Okay, generally survey can be done on the land, on the water, on the space. If survey carried out on the land, it is called as land survey. If conducted on the water bodies, it is called as hydrographic survey. If survey is conducted on space, this is known as astronomical survey. Okay, further it is classified based on the purpose. Okay, in land surveying there are three main survey: topographical survey, cadastral survey, and city survey. Okay, to conduct the survey on village, forest, river, hills, town, and roadway. For this purpose, topographical survey can be adopted. Next, cadastral survey is used for to fix the boundary line, survey of properly that is property line, and to make a boundary between two states. For this purpose, the cadastral survey can be used. Uh, for the laying of sewer line, for the purpose of laying of sewer line, water supply line, and street layout. For this purpose, city survey can be adopted. Okay. Next, to for the now our government, Indian government is bring new road projects. Okay, and many to develop the infrastructure of nations, the government bring many schemes. For this purpose we have to use engineering survey. Okay, uh, railway lines, airport, and smart cities. Now the government is introducing smart cities. For this purpose we have to adapt engineering surveying. Next, for the purpose of navigation route, fixing the mean sea level, and construction of harbor and docks, for this purpose we have to use hydrographic survey. Any survey conducted on water bodies is known as hydrographic surveying or marine surveying. Okay. Um, Now all the nations are putting the interest to find the stars and any other position of other planets. For this purpose we have to conduct astronomical surveying. In the militaries in militaries the soldiers will conduct military surveying to locate a strategic point during war. Okay, generally this military surveying is adopted in during the war they will use. And geological surveying. To determine the strata of the earth below the ground surface, geological survey can be used. So, and to explore the mineral wealth, the mine surveying can be adopted. Okay. Similarly, other surveyings can be used for the various purpose. Okay. So, location survey used to find the optimum route for particular places. Okay, next the main topic is principles of surveying. Please note down, this is very important. uh, Principles of surveying, there are two main principles. First principle is working from whole to part, and second one is minimum two independent measurements required. For example, whenever we conduct the survey we will get some different errors. in order to avoid the errors in order to avoid the errors, we have to work from whole to part. The given area must be divided into smaller triangles. Okay, we should start from whole area to smaller area, because avoid the accumulation of errors. If you work from part to whole, you will get the errors. To avoid the errors, we have to work from whole to part. This is the first principle. And second principle, to mark particular point, to mark to describe particular point on the earth surface, we needed two measurements. That measurements may be a linear measurements. With the help of two linear measurements, a particular point can be described. Or with the help of two angular measurements, the particular point can be described. Or one linear measurements and one angular measurements required to fix a particular point. For example, so a point is located at a 4 meter with angle of 30 degree. We can fix that point. Similarly, uh, a point has 5 meter along the y-axis and 2 meter along the x-axis. By using these data, we can fix that particular point. Or same point can be fixed by using two different angular measurements, by drawing 35-degree line, and one more line is 25-degree, where at particular place these 2 points are meet. That point is our required point. Okay.